everybody, welcome back to Sarah's Table. Pew, 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 pew. Who wants to say it this time? I'll let Damon say it.
It's a very special episode today.
It's a very special episode. My name's Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be your host today. I get to be one of the players, which is exciting. And I'm going to be your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have a sip of water. Summer. It's hot outside. Rehydrate, please. Excellent. Today, we are diving into the meat and potatoes of Sleepaway by Possum Creek Games, written by J. Dragon. Last episode of this, we built our Camp Standing Stones. We built our characters, which are just a wild bunch of folk who have had a lot of trauma in their past. And today we are going to find out what happens when they all reconvene back at the camp 25 years later. Listen, because of that, we're definitely going to do a pretty good safety discussion today. I think it's really important as a responsible game master and player at the table and human being that we find out where everybody's comfort levels are. Here on Sarah's Table, you will never find sexual violence or withholding food as punishment or starvation. Generally, we would never have violence against children. There's going to be violence around children today, but we have made it very clear in our game that the violence will not be targeted at the children. But there's definitely going to be some intense and hinky situations involving small folk. So, yeah. But I feel like, is there anything else that we wanted to add in? No violence toward domesticated animals that we are having in this game. If the animal is attacking you, it is fine to attack back. But that is where we are with animals. I think that's all of them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's about everything.
If we wander into territory that, like, soup surprise, I'm uncomfortable, throw up that X for me, or you can message me in the chat and we will scoot along. And as always, because we're like, this is a little bit more intense, I will hang around on the call a little bit afterwards in case anybody needs to debrief. Yeah, this is a horror game. Yay. Everybody knows how much Sarah loves to be scared. It's BT dubs. It's 0. That's how much I like to be scared. But we're going to figure it out. Today, I'm going to be playing Crackle. She is a crafter. She can do magic. She is she's a cloud over the sun, and she's afraid of drowning in the lake. And a lot of other things, I think, as well. Maybe that's just me projecting. Maybe Crackle is very, very brave, but I don't think so. Would love to go around the table and have you all introduce yourself and your character. I'm going to start with Noir. Who are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. I go by He Day. Today, I'll be playing Ethan J. Gulliver, who is the song leader at camp. Ethan J. Gulliver loves to sing, loves to lead people into singing, and absolutely hates when you call him just Ethan. You call him by his whole name. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. Ethan J. Gulliver. EJG.
And
But
Ethan J. Gulliver is also he, they, correct?
Correct.
All right.
I simply refer to him as Ethan J. Gulliver.
All right. What about Damon? Damon is frozen. There he is. Are you back? Do
Am I back?
You're back. Here you are.
I don't know. No one can tell. No one can tell. The cats are freaking out upstairs, so the chances of them having unplugged and replugged the internet is very high.
Yeah,
really very high. Yeah. Hello, my name is Damon Vanhee. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'm going to be playing Gideon. Pronouns also he, him. Gideon is the ropes keeper. So I live in the woods, close to the woods, probably in the woods even. And Gideon is in charge of that terrible little rope maze that they would make you do at camp every year. Probably making it all the time, always improving it, always repairing it. I feel like it gets broken a lot. And Gideon's got a very different relationship with the woods than many of the campers do. Almost a protective, codependent sort of situation.
There's the word.
The woods. Yeah.
Good job.
Codependent.
Codependent. Yeah. All right. Round us out, Anita.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anita. My pronouns are she, they. And today I'll be playing the athlete, Brimley, whose pronouns are they, he. And Brimley's kind of a tough boy, BOI, and is a bit of a lonely king. And I'm very excited to play Brimley.
I love Brimley.
Brimley also has a bunch of fireworks. It's going to be great.
Brimley shouldn't have a bunch of fireworks.
Shouldn't have a bunch of fireworks,
but
Brimley
they
has
do.
All the fireworks.
We also have our deck of cards that is going to represent the lindworm, which probably won't come into play because probably the lindworm's going to ignore us this year at camp. The lindworm is the terrifying cryptid that just menaces everybody who lives at this camp. All right, let's set the scene. I'm going to set the scene for us. It is that night, 25 years ago. You are a child again. It is the last night of camp. Time for the dance that marks the end of summer, that last bit of joy before you head back to the real world. You haven't thought about that night in years, but you were suddenly flooded with sensation. Brimley, you had a headache, your stomach hurt. You decided it would be safer and smarter to stay in your cabin. The truth is, you were hiding a little. Earlier that summer, the camp bullies made you feel insignificant and small. And this night, you just can't face them. You tried to get to sleep. You really did. But something made you feel like you should go outside. An abnormal amount of fireflies beckoning you from your bunk. When you step outside, you hear the screaming. It's over by the lake. But when you try to run to your friends, your feet refuse to move. You look down. You're entangled by ropes that seem almost alive. Gideon, you stayed in the woods. You'd had a fight earlier with Crackle. She wanted you to leave the woods more, to be with her. You used to be in love, but something kept you in those woods. Feel safer here. Then you heard the screams too, and you try to rush to the lake. What's happening? But the woods won't let you go. Not this time. They're protecting you, but from what you can't see. As soon as you think it, your vision changes. The woods are going to let you see. You shouldn't be able to see the shores of the lake from here. It's too far, but you can. And you struggle against the underbrush and the branches. Something's wrong, but you can't help. Ethan J. Gulliver, you're near the dock. It's too cold. You shiver as you watch your friends slow dance off the dock in pairs, being swallowed by the lake. They do not come back out. You shout, "Please, stop. Don't you see what you're doing?" No one heeds your call. You begin to question if you can even be heard at all. Maybe music will help. Your songs have never failed you. Not once. You see Crackle starting down the dock, dancing alone. You step forward. Plant your feet, confident. But no song comes out of you. Music has abandoned you tonight. Crackle dances to the edge of the dock, getting closer and closer to the lake. It's calling, insistent and alluring. Her mind is screaming at her to stop. Don't go in the lake. You won't come back out. But she can't stop herself. Tears stream down her face as she steps off the dock. Time slows, and she reaches for something, anything, as she falls into the water. The shock of cold as she's enveloped covers her entire body. The four of you snap awake, clawing your way back to the real world, hearts pounding, covered in sweat. Your cabin smells like the lake. It's the first day of camp. Welcome back to Camp Standing Stones. Here we are.
We're in it now.
We're all in it.
Gulliver's just gonna sing a quick line of the song to make sure you still got it.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
It still comes out. It comes out. You're good.
All right. That's the scariest part.
So our starting scene prompt is it's the end of the very first day of camp. You're making the rounds after check-in because 2 campers are already missing. We hear giggling in the woods. And these campers have become entangled with some form of strangeness. So what do we want to do? Also, not all of us need to be in every scene. So if it would make sense for your character to not be there, you could also, one of us could be the woods. We could pick up for the woods, if that would make more sense.
I was going to ask if I could use a move.
Yeah, please.
I'd like to invite the lindworm to act. No, kidding.
Right away. Just lindworm, go.
Do it.
I would like to get involved in a conflict that's none of my business and try to mediate.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So you think the kids they're not like giggling, like they're fighting in the woods?
Well, if they're missing, like, I want them to understand where they can and can't go. I don't care if they're giggling so much as it's you don't want to be separated from the group type deal. Okay.
So I think that one of us should be the campers and one of us should be the woods. And then we have Ethan J. Gulliver. And then maybe the fourth one of us can continue to be the counselor.
I think it would make sense for Gideon to be in the woods.
So you think so Gideon is going to be Gideon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Brimley, Anita, would you like to be the woods or the camper?
I think I'm going to be the campers.
Okay. They're on page. So do you have access to your?
Yep.
So the campers should be on page 62 and 63. And then I will be the woods. All right, so Gideon, you are also there. Let's see what the campers are doing. Hold on, I'm going over to the strangeness, and I'm seeing what sort of strangeness. Oh no! Beep 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 beep. The kids are playing with a whole bunch of scattered black feathers. Maybe building something out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the campers have taken the feathers and they're starting to try to make little fairy circles.
Love that. How many campers are there?
There are 2 of them. One of them is we can choose 2 genders, one from each column. One is a feminine butterfly. And the other, so kind of flighty, kind of flittery, is just and the other one is a vacant coyote.
Oh, I have such a picture of what that means. No. I feel like the vacant coyote is not the one that brought us out here.
No, it's definitely the butterfly. I think the vacant coyote is like trying to maybe lead the other one. It's like, this is silly. We should maybe get back to camp. I think that our camp little skittish. I think the other campers might be worried about us. And the other one is,
you're right.
Oh!
It's a little early in the season to already be inviting trouble.
She started it.
I mean, just immediately snitch. That's commendable. I mean, honestly, it won't get you far in camp, but boy, I mean, Gideon's here, so I guess my bad cop shtick is over. Y'all get back. You've heard the stories.
I'm going to make a move here.
Uh-oh.
As the woods. And I'm going to express the woods' pain. And as, you know, the four of you are chatting together, people are getting a little heated. Perhaps Vacant Coyote is a little scared. The trees in this particular circle, right around where the four of you are standing, start bleeding.
You see, children?
Don't put that all on the... I mean, this is the first day they could have... I mean, this... I'm not saying you caused this, but this is why we stick together. Because when trees start bleeding, it's better to be in a group because there's more people to outrun in a group.
Oh no!
The butterfly is going to grab
role model.
Go from grab a little satchel that's on her side. It's going to pull out a little first aid kit and grab a band-aid and then place it on the tree.
Oh.
Oh, that's
very sweet.
Not gonna do anything though. I mean,
it's not.
We got to teach you kids survival. This is spooky stuff, and when spooky stuff happens, you run to where spooky things are afraid to go, which are generally well lit areas. Areas.
I just figured that if I have a boo boo, I put a band-aid on, and so it figures that the forest has a boo boo when you put a band-aid on. I'm sorry, tree.
The area now directly right outside this circle is so dark that you can't see past it.
I would like to invite the lindworm to act upon the truth now.
Okay, so you're going to take a token.
Get you those tokens.
Take one token, and here we go. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to see what the lindworm does.
Ace. The coyote has gone to Gideon's leg.
Well, this is gross. It's the ace of diamonds.
Uh-huh.
And what happens is crashing down into the center of this group now, like right in between the four of you, in the middle of this clearing with the bleeding trees and the darkness on the outside, and it gets extra dark and extra. You hear crashing through the woods coming closer, and then a silence, and then something falls between the four of you and like hits the ground with a sickening thump. And it is pieces of a deer stabbed through with branches.
Well, we figured out where the blood came from, kids. So, listen, let me explain what happened, because this is natural. It's it's natural. It's also spooky. We should leave, but I am. There's a thin veil of confidence that I'm trying to project to you children, because
it works extra well when you tell them.
The butterfly is gonna hold your hand, Ethan J. Gulliver.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can we leave?
I was hoping you would. I was hoping you would ask that. Now, I want to teach you a very important lesson. Ready? It's called "Be faster than everybody else." And I scoop up the kid, and I just
run back.
I'm sure Gideon will take care of the other kid. If not, I save one, and that's good enough.
It's good. It's a good start. A good strong opener.
I'm gonna take the hand of this little vacant coyote here, and I want to use a regular move that I've got. I want to ask the woods for advice. Basically, I'm looking for like a clear path out of the darkness with that move. So
yeah, I think you see a little trail of fireflies.
I'll follow that trail.
Yeah. It takes you to the witch you died. No, just kidding.
Oh, no.
No, not the witch.
No. Yeah, you
got
you're
witched
able to...
immediately.
Dang it. Well, I mean, just gotta take somebody.
Yeah, I get it. Take this small kid.
It takes you out of the woods, and you are, in sight back within the boundaries for sure of the camp, and you're able to see the bonfire across the field and the bunks and everything. There's a quick note here that the lindworm first kills animals, then adults, and then finally the characters. So
great.
There's a then children in there before the characters, but we have opted against that for our game. Mm-hmm. So we've just moved ourselves up the ladder closer to the lindworm wanting to kill us.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Good times.
What's going on with Brimley? Would you like a prompt, my dear?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know why you would do this, given our history. Perhaps you are proving to all of us that you are very brave. But you've decided to go swimming in the lake after the kids have gone to bed. Who is there with you?
Ooh.
Could be all of us. We've gotten the kids safely back to bed. Could be all of us. Could be a couple of us.
I think Brimley is I think because Brimley wasn't actually at the lake like to see everything that happened, so Brimley's not afraid of the water. And I think everybody else might be standing on the edge of the dock watching Brimley swim.
Okay, so we're all there, but you're the only one in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, so I'm telling you, there's nothing to be afraid of here.
The prompt is, what haven't you told each other?
Ooh.
I think while the three of us, Crackle, Ethan J. Gulliver, and Gideon, are on the dock there. Wait, the prompt is for anyone, or was that just for?
It's for the scene.
For the scene.
What haven't you told each other?
You guys remember, obviously, right? That whole night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The woods made me watch.
What do you mean?
Well, it wouldn't let me leave. I was in the woods. I tried to come and help, but I couldn't get out. It kept me there, felt protective. But then it was like the woods went right up to where we're standing now, and I just watched it all and couldn't help.
Did you
I mean,
try to do you wanted to help?
I tried to, yeah.
personally, I think it's a little cathartic to see the tragedy that you survived. You know, like I think that's a way to kind of conquer the fear of it.
I'm gonna make a move as the lake.
Okay.
Push people apart through coincidence or geography. Brimley gets like yanked back away from the dock.
Damn it.
Well, like one, we should probably get ready to help Brimley, and two, just to have it out
It's
there.
good. It's just one of those rip currents. I'm a strong swimmer.
You're in
Yanked
a
again.
lake. It's a lake.
I think I'm rejecting a moment where I could open up and instead bottle my feelings, i.e., my fear.
Good
I'm
job.
using my weak move.
So I may have signed a deal to sell our story to be turned into a movie. We should really go get Brimley. Brimley!
I'm gonna dive in the lake to swim after Brim.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to use one of my weak moves, and I'm going to completely shut down.
Super duper.
Yeah.
I'm taking action, leaving myself vulnerable, which is a regular move. So I'm going to I'm gonna just dive in and start swimming. Probably pretty terrified. I am not athletic. But I'm trying to get to Brimley.
I want to cause chaos. What?
Cause chaos, buddy. I know what you want.
I want to invite the lindworm to
Do it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
Why
god,
are
this is
you
going to be a
just- you-
short
you're-
game. This is the shortest game ever.
You're the lindworm.
We got 2 more sessions. Listen.
Gonna jump
Doing
straight to
great.
Cthulhu.
Okay.
You gave me a big red button and told me not to press it.
It's the 8 of hearts. Oh. All right. The 8 of hearts is a sudden excitement, a blinding light, an enormous sound. So Crackle is swimming out to try to get to Brimley. Brimley somehow is being continually pulled back away from the dock, farther and farther. Gideon is shut down on the edge of just like you've gone back to that night entirely in your brain. Ethan J. Gulliver is being a terrible person. And there is like a almost like a boom that like you feel in your chest, like that thump that you feel inside because it's like so bassy. And Brimley and Crackle are brought together forcibly. It's like smack bodily into each other. And a huge light appears in and hits somehow everyone in the eye. And when when the light dissipates and you sort of have those like dancing bits in your eyes, Brimley and Crackle are still in the lake, but are a little bit closer to shore, and now being slowly pulled under, but together.
I would like to use a strong move.
Yeah,
At least you're together.
At least you're together. It's all right. You're not really here with us, Gideon. You're doing great.
No.
What's your strong move, bud?
I would like to reinterpret the Lindworm's play, redirecting it with raw emotion.
Oh, okay.
I think just seeing all of this happening, and also the opportunity for like an awesome photo op. Ethan J. Gulliver is going to whip out the old acoustic guitar and play the song that the kids slow danced
into the lake.
Yes, but he's going to play his interpretation of it.
Is it like more upbeat?
Right, like where theirs was like a dour
minor
march.
key.
They're just gonna turn it up.
It's a pop version of it.
Yeah, we're doing this, and hopefully, what I'm trying to do is, the Lindworm has already kind of gathered them together. I'm hoping to reinterpret its play into bringing them to shore, just off of raw emotion. So it's just whipping out the guitar. It's like,
what is the emotion that you are feeling?
Can I get that question one more time?
What is the emotion that you are feeling? I have a few suggestions.
I mean, this is really opportune. Like, he's portraying like heroism and caring and like, but what he's actually feeling is, I really hope somebody gets this footage. Like if this works, I'm gonna be famous.
I mean, I'm gonna say out loud that I'm fairly certain that the rest of us assume the Lindworm's gonna eat you first.
It probably should.
Just tossing it out there.
I for one support this.
Great. Okay.
Yes. So that's what.
Well, you've used your strong move. You've redirected us. So we've come in, right? Like we are now. I don't even think that we're at the dock. I think we're like coming out of the lake at the shore.
Mm-hmm. I think Brimley's going to help Crackle sort of.
Thank you.
What were you thinking?
You needed help, though.
You don't think that I'm a strong enough swimmer on my own?
You were being yanked back. The last time I was in this lake, it literally tried to kill me. I couldn't let that happen with you.
And you put yourself in that position to drown again? If you don't trust me enough as a swimmer, you could just say that.
It's not
and
about,
I would like
it's
to
not
use
about trust.
To misinterpret someone's actions as an insult.
Great. I am going to use a weak move, which is confess your love for someone in a way that's just awkward.
Okay.
So I'm just.
It's not about trust, then what it's about.
Not about. You can't die. I can't have you die. I can't lose another person that I love.
I will once again get involved in a conflict that's none of my business. And go, fear not. Not even the lake can resist the lure of my music. Had I been so skilled before, perhaps I might have lulled it the way that I just lulled it now, but everyone is fine so long as my fingies can play these stringies.
I'd like to ask Ethan J. Gulliver, why don't you okay, what's the rule on F-bombs in this stream? Because there's a move on this.
We shouldn't. Use F-bomb. Just use F-bomb.
Yes. So why doesn't Ethan J. Gulliver just F-bomb off.
Oh,
That's a weak move.
it's a good question.
Wow. That's rather hurtful, but that's fine. I mean, I don't think I'll have to worry about your rudeness if your proclivity for going out swimming because you're such a strong swimmer lasts as long as it does. Good luck next time. Did anybody catch that footage of me playing to the lake?
All right. What a lovely way to wrap up that night at camp.
We're
It's
great.
we're great. The next day, it is the evening meal. And the magic is spelt. So who is at this evening meal?
Jay Gulliver will be providing the background music for this
Okay.
meal.
Ethan J. Gulliver is definitely there.
Yeah. I think we'll go with a little bit of Ed Sheeran to just mellow things out, you know.
Gideon is going to be in the woods.
Okay. Gideon, would you...
He doesn't like Ed Sheeran.
It's fair. He's come out against him publicly many times.
I was there for the meal, and then Ed Sheeran started, and I just was like, no, and left.
Okay.
Because baby,
Can you, Gideon, can you act on behalf of the magic?
Yes. What page is that on?
64 and 65.
You got it.
So how is Brimley there?
I think Brimley's on cleanup duty after the group meal. Yeah.
Okay. Brimley is there. I think Crackle is setting up the after dinner crafting project around the campfire, and so I will be the campers. So how does the magic, for those of you who are there, how is the magic making itself known? How is it showing up here today?
Mm.
I mean, I'm here and I'm singing, so you know.
Sure, but that is not how we establish that the magic does.
I think that the that just outside of the hall there is the glow of fireflies as they've sort of come into the camp. And you can sort of see them flickering off in the darkness.
Mm-hmm. That's not an unusual sight, right? Like this area of the world has a lot of fireflies, but I think that these particular fireflies are maybe like a lot more than you were expecting. And they're like coming in to the building, which they don't normally do. They usually stay outside.
I think it's only for those that are like really observant, but they're also forming in standard notation. So they're writing the music that's being played.
Oh, interesting. They're like interacting with it.
Yeah.
I'm a make a move from the campers. Going to remind all of the adults what they are fighting to protect. There is a camper. He's an empty tree.
Oh.
Just the sweetest little kid. And he sees the fireflies and he starts silently just following him outside, away from the group. Didn't tell anybody.
I think Brimley's
just
gonna
wandered
take
out.
notice and start following the little one.
This is one of those ones that's like small for his age to begin with, and like
I think Brimley might see a little bit of themselves when they were a camper, and is going to follow the little tree out.
just wandering, humming to himself. Makes his way almost. He's going. Boy, he's moving faster than you expected. He's going
Brimley's
like
going to start picking up a faster clip.
Yeah, and then you lose sight of him at the tree line. I'm gonna invite the lindworm to take action against the group.
Meaning Brimley.
That'd feel
Meaning
good.
Brimley. Oh no. It's a spade. Okie dokie. Here we go. The 4 of spades. Dance with me. That's what it's called. The lindworm is showing you how easily he can get into your midst and how easily it is to get to you. And there's this giant figure. You see it just for a moment, duck out of the trees and then back into the woods. And this little empty tree is mimicking its movements and dancing. The lindworm hasn't touched the kid, but you feel that the lindworm's playing with you. I could have this if I wanted it.
I would like to reinterpret the lindworm's play, channeling it through my weapon. And I'd like to light up a sparkler. Hey, buddy. And waving it at the little kid, getting his attention to draw him towards me.
Absolutely takes that. Ooh. Yeah, it's shiny. Oh. And just kind of
make a move
back
as the magic.
Okay.
I think from the bonfire, the wind has shifted and is blowing the smoke over this direction.
Okay.
And Brimley, you are almost certain for just a moment that the smoke is dancing with you, mimicking your actions the same way this kid was mimicking the lindworm's actions. But when you turn to look, it blows away just as smoke would.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the things that I can do is create a savior minor character. And so I think that this little kid has the fireflies surrounding him, definitely providing like an aura of needing to be protected, vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Brimley is going to give the little kid the sparkler. You're like, why don't you go play with this in the field? Stay away from the tree line.
Okay. I love the empty tree.
Brimley's going to watch the empty tree make shapes with the sparkler in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then breathe a big sigh of relief and not look back at the tree line.
Yeah. Pointedly not look back at the tree line.
Resist all urge to look back at the tree line.
Is this the first time that Brimley has seen the lindworm?
I think it's the first time that Brimley has seen the lindworm that they cannot rationalize it away.
Okay.
An important distinction.
In this scene, I think we're not quite done yet because the lindworm is now in the woods, and so the woods has entered play. And so I'm going to make a move as the woods, reveal a new secret that must be grappled with. Brimley, as you are walking away, pointedly not looking at the woods, you hear like the sound of crying, human crying. And the phrase, "but they won't come back," coming from the woods.
I think to that, Brimley's going to make sure that the little one gets back to the group. And then I'm going to look towards the woods.
They're all... Empty Tree is now the most popular kid because he's got a sparkler. I anticipate that our next scene might be helping an injured camper.
Possibly. And then I think I'm going to go to Ethan J. Gulliver and once like the one song ends, I'm going to tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey,
yes,
I thought I heard someone crying near the woods."
Are you asking me to lull it the way I lulled the lake? Do you believe in the power of my music?
I believe in the power of your music.
That's all you had to say, really.
Just like so begrudgingly.
So you get a token because I echoed your own words.
Yes.
Not in tone, but in words.
But I echoed your words.
I would like to use a regular move to illustrate the power of a song. And I'm going to use the song, a story song campers always listen to in quiet, rapt focus.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping that that'll be enough to shut up the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, woods!
Mm-hmm. Stop your crying, woods.
Ropes Keeper, what was the impact that the woods had on you?
Which numbered question was that? I wrote down the answers, but not what they...
I'm
sorry.
sure.
That's the wrong song. The song I actually picked was a group song no outside force could ever interrupt.
So you're having like everybody sing it to lull.
So I'm just going to the woods, but this is that song that everybody joins in on it, like.
So I think everybody does join in on it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm giving Brimley the smuggest face as I'm doing
the woods' impact honors pain with shared simile.
Got it. Thank you. So what happens? The woods is going to make another move, and it's going to perform its impact as written by the Ropes Keeper. And like everybody who has joined in the song, sort of in rhythm with the words that are singing, you feel like stabs of loneliness, the things that like you have been trying to push down, all of the fears and things that you have, you're like, they're being put in front of you.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me use a strong move.
All your pain is coming out. Not in necessarily a bad way. It's just being revealed to you.
Yeah, this is Ethan J. Gulliver, and I can't let people know that I'm vulnerable. So,
Uh-oh. What are you going to do?
I'm going to use a strong move, dropping me down to 2 tokens again. Our little tree friend. Empty tree. I'm going to help someone find their voice. So I'm going to give them a solo where like it's almost like you think you can hurt me, Woods. I'm going to beat you with this kid kind of thing. And I know what song I even know what song is what I'm imagining. There's an Elbow song called Grace Under Pressure, if you're wondering what I'm imagining. There's a chorus that goes, "We still believe in love, so F you." And like that's the solo that the kid is singing, having found his own voice.
Are you sure that language is appropriate?
Shut up. I'm an artist.
Sings it. The pain eases. And the woods sort of calm. And Empty Tree walks over to Brimley afterwards. Big smile on his face. He has a handful of something.
What you got there, bud?
Comes over and he drops a whole bunch of pieces of broken glass into your hand. He's a little cut up. His hands are bleeding.
Buddy, where do you ever get this? I'm going to sort of get down on his level.
Something gave it to me.
Is it like colored glass or is it
just broken glass? Like indistinguishable of where it's come from.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, we're gonna find a place for this.
Something gave it to me. It was the fireflies, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find a very special place. Maybe Crackle can use this in arts and crafts later, but we're gonna take you to the nurse's tent and get these cuts sorted. Come on, buddy.
Okay. For those of you keeping track, that is a second appearance of something from the strangeness that has showed up in our game. We're heading over to get to help our injured camper friend here. Who do you think would be there? I think maybe Crackle helps with that.
Oh, yeah. I think 2 birds, 1 stone. I've also got a handful of broken glass that the magic he gave me. Crackle kind of knows about the magic.
It's not hard to fix up the really superficial cuts, right? Like hardly anything. Crackle cleans them off. And then she turns to you and she says, "Okay, your turn."
I'm fine. I'm not cut. And I put down the broken.
And you put down the broken glass, there's one piece sticking out of your hand.
Oh, I didn't even really feel it.
Yeah, I've got it. So the prompt is, how does the conversation become emotional?
okay. I think Crackle's gonna Brimley will hold out their hand to Crackle to see to it. I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, I know. You never do. It's fine.
No, it's not. Hey, I'm sorry I yelled at you at the lake.
Okay. You're a yeller. Just sort of happens.
Sometimes things get the better of me. I never used to be.
No, what happened though?
I think I had to get to a point where um I think I had to get to a point where things didn't get to me until they did, and then I'd explode. Kind of like sort of taps the bag for the little satchel of fireworks.
Yeah. I gotta take this out. It's gonna hurt.
Just get it over with.
I'm
That's
gonna
what they say though. Hurt people hurt people.
yeah. I'm gonna do a weak move.
Okay.
I'm gonna break one of the magic's rules. I'm gonna use it to take this thing out of your hand, and it's gonna spill blood, which is a thing that is a rule. It's not supposed to do. But because I'm using the magic, it doesn't hurt.
Man, somebody would have to be a real monster to invite the lindworm to act for the group right now.
Go ahead, buddy. I know it's what you want.
I mean, I was just saying somebody would be a monster, but if that's what we all want as a group, then I suppose I'll take that bullet and be the one to do the move for us.
For the group, of course.
We got the lindworm in play.
Yeah.
We're having this nice moment. I've sacrificed something for you, so that doesn't hurt you. I'm cleaning up your blood. 6 of diamonds. Gross. The uncanny, alien sensations, floating bones. So I use magic, take it out of your hand. You're bleeding, but it doesn't hurt at all. Fixing you up as I'm wrapping your hand over my shoulder. You see the skull of that deer from earlier just floating right outside the window.
I think I'm going to gasp a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?
No, it's fine. It doesn't hurt at all. It's fine. Doesn't actually, I don't actually feel anything. Thank you. Hey,
Okay.
hey, buddy. Do you want to pick up one of those old highlights magazines? Just read it for a sec.
He picks it up. It's upside down.
There's some puzzles in there near the back, and I'll sort of turn Crackle around at the window.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do a strong move.
Go for it.
It is remember something dreadfully important. And the thing that we remember is that the lindworm is drawn to the smell of blood. Like, I think Crackle flashes back to 25 years ago, and she had fallen in the woods and like scraped up her knee really badly, and she was bleeding from it. She was all alone, and the lindworm like came out and like smelled the blood in a very pretty creepy way, but was interrupted, I think, by probably maybe Gideon, since Gideon is always in the woods. And so she like flashes back to that, and then okay, so we just have to make sure that there's not like blood. And she flips around and like goes back over to Empty Tree and is just like, let's just wrap your hands up a little bit more, right?
Yep.
Let's make sure it's nice and wrapped.
Sorry.
Just gonna keep those and come see me every day, and
I'm
I'll
also
fix
gonna
that
like
up for
do
you.
like a look for like little nicks and scrapes on like the knees.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you seem fine.
Okay. This kid still holding his highlights magazine upside down, just like, what are you guys doing?
Just
Hey.
making sure that you didn't get any more glass.
Mr. Brimley man, sir, him, them. Can I have a
Yeah.
s'more now?
Yeah, let's get you.
Everybody else is getting s'mores, and I had to come here and read a magazine, and I don't know how to read.
Okay. The pictures are cool though.
Yeah.
I'll put the highlights magazine down.
Okay.
And let's get you a s'more, bud.
Yes.
And I sort of look over my shoulder at Crackle.
She is scrubbing to make sure there's no drops of blood anywhere. She's like, it's gonna give poor Crackle a complex. We're gonna take this unsettling moment with too much blood and broken glass, and we're gonna go to our bio break.
Heck yeah.
It's time for everybody to go refill their water and maybe have a s'more and double check that there's no floating deer skulls outside your window.
Ah!
Don't look.
No.
If you don't look, it's not there. That's what
not
I
how
heard.
that works.
It
That's
is
not-
how it works.
That's not
You
how that
hush
works.
up, Damon. Shut it.
No floating deer skulls. The delivery's been delayed.
Yeah. Supply chain. Anyway, we'll see you back in a few minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back from the break. Doing like karate chops. Pew pew. But making finger gun noises? Pew 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 pew. I don't know. Welcome back.
It's like that Equilibrium movie.
Yeah. Gun fu, I believe, is
Gun fu,
what
yeah.
I'm doing. Pew pew pew. Anyway. Listen, we're gonna do some real creepy stuff now. Who's ready for more scariness?
Let's do it.
Uh,
Everyone but Crackle is
everyone
ready.
but Crackle. No, Crackle's ready. Sarah's not, though. So I think a hike in the woods during sunset, because it is what you need to confess, and I think that Crackle is going to seek out Gideon in the woods. Okay. Here we go. So, Brimley, can you be the woods?
Certainly, I can be the woods.
Feel like the woods would be in play in this scene?
Mm-hmm.
Potentially also the magic might also be in play.
Well, I'll just go ahead and be the
Just
magic.
take a look at that.
What page is that on again?
64 and 65.
Okay. Let me see my moves.
I feel like this is, tell me if this is too much putting RP on your character, Damon, but I feel like perhaps the what do you need to confess is coming from Gideon's side. Perhaps there's been like a like Gideon kept trying to talk to Crackle during the day, but there was blood and campers and all that stuff. Is that doable on your side? I can shift.
Doable.
Okay. So,
doable.
So Crackle goes into the woods. I think you probably have a spot that you prefer in the woods, and Crackle knows where that is.
Yeah, the rope. Yeah, it's the rope maze that is always like getting rebuilt and probably wrecked and rebuilt.
Wrecked. Okay. So I head out to the rope maze and sort of I don't want to interrupt you. I see you working on it because that's your thing. I just sort of stand in the clearing for a moment and then clear my throat softly.
Oh, hey, Crackle.
Hey,
How you doing?
Okay, I guess. You seem like you needed something.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to tell, well, I was trying to tell at the lake before you dove in. When I watched before, you made it into the lake and didn't come out. And so I thought for sure that you, I mean, had done that. Like when I got out of the woods, you were fine and dry, and Ethan J. Gulliver had stopped you.
Right.
I don't think that you were meant to be stopped.
What do you mean?
I saw everything that everyone else said happened, except that you also died.
Probably explain why you didn't answer any of my letters then.
Yeah. And I don't know why the woods stopped me from coming out to help you. I really wanted to. But then I got to watch you die instead.
I mean, that doesn't sound great.
It was not.
You could have talked to me after.
Yeah. I mean, everyone had a lot going on, though.
Sure.
Just never really found a time to bring it up. You know, that's not an organic conversation.
Yeah. I
And I mean,
wrote
don't get me
you
wrong.
a final letter. I never mailed it. And Crackle takes it out of her pocket. It's a pretty thick letter. I'm gonna invite the lindworm.
I was about to do that as a defense mechanism.
I think also the forest is going to, or the woods are going to express their own pain.
Mm.
And you hear that same soft sobbing in the trees around you.
I just drew a doozy, you guys. So, here's what happens. She's holding up the letter and she reaches it out to Gideon. And as your hand is coming up, something huge crashes into the clearing and stabs her through the heart and pulls it back out, and it like licks her blood off of its hand spike thing, and then it steps out of the clearing and she stands for a moment completely like shocked face, and then she just falls and she dies in front of you.
The woods begin to openly weep, racking sobs and cries of grief.
I'm going to use
player character dies is the one that I drew.
All right, I'm going to use one of my weak moves, which is allow the woods to feel unsafe for you. And I'm going to I'm gonna pick up Crackle and the letter.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get out of the woods as quickly as possible.
The magic is going to provide a moment of impossibility when needed the most.
Good or bad?
God.
There's going to be a mist that smells of the lake that was meant to claim her.
Oh.
That is clearing a path for you.
Out of the woods.
Oh, shit. Okay. I guess Gideon's gonna follow that mist. He's got a feeling that he knows where it's leading.
Is it okay if I say that it's leading to the lake?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the next scene is Brimley and Ethan J. Gulliver are already at the lake. And Gideon walks up with Crackle's body. And I'll be the lake.
Gideon takes a few steps into the lake. Just walks down the side with Crackle.
What happened?
Nope.
Something got her. And then this lake led me back here.
The lake led you back here after something got. I listen. I believe you. I'm just saying this don't look great for you, man. And you know,
I'm gonna just like gently ease Crackle's body down into the lake.
Are you freaking serious?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a move as the lake. Work to keep a secret from being revealed. As soon as Crackle's body like sinks just below the surface, she is pulled like impossibly quickly away from shore. The lake just took her. Like, and it happened fast enough that you, Gideon, lost your footing and like fell back, and you're like now sitting in the lake, which means that her final letter to you is getting wet, and the lake is trying to take it from you.
No, hold it up. No, that's my letter. No. I'm gonna push myself back out of the lake, kind of crab walk backwards real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then get the like shake the letter off as much as possible. Is it in an envelope, or is it just like okay? I'm gonna open the envelope real quick and pull the letter out so it doesn't have time to seep through.
It is a bunch of drawings that the two of you made together when you were kids. Like teenagers, 25 years ago. Like, you can see both of your handwriting on it, and you had like done a bunch of, and she had saved it all of these years. And then there's just a single edition on the next page that says, "I miss you. Love, Crackle."
Ow.
So
Brimley's going to try and run into the lake and swim after Crackle.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm using a strong move to reveal my true feelings. We can't just let it take her. We can't just let it take her.
I would like to use a strong move as well to ease tensions with the song everyone knows by heart.
Oh. Is it Crackle's favorite song?
How do you feel about American Pie? That's the first thing that came to mind.
Has so many verses.
So many verses. The song's never gonna be over.
No, it's 4 minutes long.
Just keeps going.
I think I'm gonna invite the lindworm.
One more time.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Push the lindworm button.
Okay.
Cryptid.
I mean, I would just like to say the one time that I did do it, somebody died. So maybe it's safer for me to keep doing it.
Well. Okay. As you are sitting there on the edge of the lake, clutching the letter, and Brimley is sort of, you're being stopped by the lake from getting very far. You're sort of splashing about at the shore. Ethan J. Gulliver is singing. You're trying to like bring everyone back together, trying to like have this moment so that you can soothe everyone just a little bit. And this dense, heavy, obscuring fog rolls over the entire lake, and it covers you. And for just a moment, it's so thick that the three of you feel as if you are alone with your selves, with your grief, with your memories of Crackle and what she has done for you. And then it lifts, and somehow the three of you are actually back in the field in the middle of camp. I think it's ritual time.
Ooh.
My dudes.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah. That was an abrupt death.
Very abrupt.
Whoa. Oh, poor Crackle.
Okay, it's a moment of identity. It's what we're going to be doing. Oh, no. That involves campers. Let's not bring them in yet. We'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do the crossing waves.
Oh, that's thematic.
Mhm. When the winds are strong and the air is brutal and filled with mist, it might come a time to cross the lake. Perhaps what lies on the other side is known. Perhaps it is a mystery. Either way, it is a grave and perilous journey, the fragile canoes unable to handle the intensity of the gathering storm. One can only hope the lake does not choose you to be one of its secrets. The other side of the pond offers what you need if you can get to it. But for now, there is the lake. The ritual allows you to navigate out into new waters and explore parts of the game previously undefined by the map. Here we go. It is a time for both strong action and tragic loss. I think Gideon, there was something on Crackle's body that you need. What is it?
I think that Gideon had made her a rope bracelet.
Okay.
From the course, with the thought that it would give a tether between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want the lake to have that tether to me.
Okay. So Brimley and Ethan J. Gulliver. Well, I'll let you have a little RP moment. Gideon, if you want to ask them to come with.
So when I had said before that the woods kept me from coming to help years ago, I saw things that happened that once I got out of the woods hadn't actually happened, and Crackle dying was one of those things. I don't know, Ethan J. Gulliver, you stopping her from going in. Maybe the lake felt like it was owed something, but now she's got a connection to me still on her person, and I don't want the lake to have it. I'm gonna go try and get it.
So let me get this. Let me just so I'm clear. I stopped Crackle from tangoing into the great depth.
Yeah.
And the lake felt a way about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's strange that the lake would be salty about it since it's supposed to be freshwater. But okay, now it's not the time for jokes. And in your idea is to go into the petty vengeance sinking lake to what exactly to get something? What is it that she had on her person? That what?
It's
I
a
mean,
bracelet that I made her. The lake takes everyone in pairs. At least it did then.
but maybe the forest kept you from going because you were part of that pair, and you're volunteering to go into the place that's like really hungry for you. Like I mean, I'm gathering a few things from this. One, this lake is petty and vengeful and evil. And two, my music is incredibly powerful that it could thwart such a primordial force. I don't know, however, that I can play music well enough to make sure that you don't get put into the soup. And are we calling the cops by or we just we that's a bot like there's registration and kids they saw Crackle. Uh, fine.
Yeah.
What? Brimley has a notebook and has been writing in it.
Okay.
Sort of. What are you going to tell? What are we going to tell the cops? That Crackle got stabbed through the heart by a cryptid, and then the lake took her. We just
I don't think they're going to find a body, really.
They're not going to find the body. You might find the bracelet if the lake wants you to have it, but
Yeah.
Well,
you
we
gotta leave
can't.
it an offering.
The lake?
Probably.
It's not a bad idea.
All right.
Well,
To start, the ritual starts because there's a storm coming. It
You need
starts
someone strong
rolling
to row.
in over the lake.
Thanks, Brimley.
With a single
Gideon
phrase and
gets
an
a canoe.
action, storm forward against the waves. As a group.
So we get one word and one action.
Get a phrase.
Oh, phrase.
Single phrase and an action, storm forward against the waves.
Ethan J. Gulliver is going to light the fire pit, sit down with his least favorite guitar. He's got a guitar that he pulls out to play in the rain.
Sure.
And he's just going to play Dust in the Wind.
Are you staying on the shore?
Yeah.
You're like keeping watch from here.
Yeah.
Who's going onto the lake?
Gideon and Brimley.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that water.
The lightning splits the sky open. And as you... Are you swimming or are you on like a canoe?
Or get a canoe and
Canoe.
I'll be rowing.
In the canoe together, out in there. The lake already took a character, so I don't have to do that one. But you are going to lose an item to the lake. What's going in?
Brimley's not going to so much lose it, but as give it to the lake.
Okay.
Is going to open up the notebook And I think if Gideon looks, he'll see that it's actually full of sketches of Ethan, of Gideon, and of Crackle. Brimley, and you remember years ago, Brimley stopped drawing and painting because people bullied them, and is actually going to throw this sketchbook into the lake.
Floats on the surface for just a moment, and then is sucked under incredibly quickly. Starts to rain, just sheets and sheets of rain coming down. The kind of rain that it makes it hard for you to see anything. It gets in your eyes. You can each make a strong move without spending a token.
I think Gideon's going to dive off into the lake. And I'm going to use the strong move, get out of harm's way, to get out of the lake's way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look for Crackle's body and see if I can get the bracelet.
Yeah. Well, with a strong move, I think you're able to do it. And like you see her, and for a moment you think maybe she's okay. Like maybe it's just some sort of weird, you misunderstood something. And you get down near her body, and it shifts just a little bit. And you see that actually the lindworm took her heart entirely out. It's just gone. And her bracelet is still there. She was still wearing it.
I'm gonna take it off of her wrist.
Okay.
And then swim back up.
Resurface. The rain is getting harder and harder. Like, if you don't get off of this lake, your boat's gonna capsize.
I'm going to perform the strong move, perform a feat of mythical physical ability, and I would like to one-handed lift Gideon out of the lake into the boat and start rowing to shore as fast as I can.
Heck yeah. That's that, like, mom lifting a car thing going on. Like, that's just...
like, it shouldn't be possible for me to lift a whole grown man into this boat, but I just did.
And yet. So you do it. You make it. He's back in the boat, back in the canoe. You've made it back to shore. And as soon as the front of your boat hits the shore, the storm clears immediately. And the ritual ends because someone says the storm is clearing. At least we made it.
Lake is mean.
The lake is mean. So I would like to take a moment and have you all describe what your character is thinking and feeling. I'm going to start with the lake. And you can all feel it. The lake is so pleased. Like, smugly so. It's sort of like a ripple goes across the top of it, almost like it's like adjusting its shoulders and sighing in like a contented way. And it reaches up and laps around your feet, almost like it's thanking you for helping it finish what it tried to do 25 years ago. Ethan, J. Gulliver, What are you thinking and feeling?
A couple of things. One, I was really counting on Crackle's testimony for the documentary film that we were going to shoot to display my heroics, because I saved them. Also, on that note, I did save them, and if this lake is as petty as it appears to be, I'm kind of scared that I might have pissed off the lake.
Yeah.
But I'm also very impressed with myself that I stopped the lake. So
I wouldn't say you stopped it. Seems like it just delayed the lake.
Well, like, I did my part.
Sure.
I wasn't around when Crackle ate it. You know, I can't save everybody. You know,
Right, that's fair.
There's no way to tell how many people I've saved with my music. And that's really what I'm focusing on right now. Like, I have to be in the spotlight because I'm a hero.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on with Brimley?
I think Brimley has gone to the arts and crafts station. And I think all of the kids are inside because of the storm, waiting for it to clear. And I think Brimley is just going to sit in the chair that Crackle would sit in and just openly weep, missing their friend.
Yeah.
And then I think Brimley's just going to softly say, "I love you too."
Gideon?
I think Gideon is torn between needing to know why the woods showed him all those years ago and demanding that the woods help with some payback. Because he's not entirely sure if things are fine now that the lake has what it wanted, or if the lake is like just kicking off and stuff's going to get much worse. So,
as you are sort of pacing in the woods, just kind of like all of these things warring between you, the woods is sort of ushering you around. The woods feels fretful because it can feel how upset you are, and so it's hurting you somewhere that you haven't gone to in a while. And when you stop walking and you look up, there's initials carved in the tree that you did 25 years ago. And like, it's like the woods is apologizing to you, like feeling your grief and like letting you have that moment. Shared pain.
Yeah.
And I think that's where tonight's session is ending. So let's, moments of gratitude. What are we grateful for?
I have one.
Go ahead.
Sarah, I know this is really far outside of your comfort zone for both playing and running and all of those things. And I'm really grateful that you're doing it because I'm having a really good time.
Good. Thank you.
And yeah, so just good job on that.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks.
For doing it. What are we thinking?
I'll go. I'm grateful that we all, I like that we all played a part, even if we weren't in the scenes, we'd play like in different individual aspects. So I'm grateful for all of you for being so open to shifting roles to play different aspects of this camp, even though it's spooky.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark. I'm grateful for the lindworm. No.
How dare you take my answer? Well, one, I have to commend you, Sarah, having your character bited on the first episode. That's
The card said
was there a choice? Or
it was the 10 of clubs,
mm-hmm.
and the 10 of clubs said, let's go to it real quick. Here we go. Here we go over to the lindworm. The 10 of clubs said, a player character dies. There is no interpretation. It was just, that's it. Here's what happens.
My gratitude is like you jumped on that grenade without question. I think that was really cool. And I was really egging on the death of Ethan J. Gulliver.
Hey, we got 2 more episodes, man.
Yeah,
there is still time. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, but no, I think narratively, like this was a really sweet moment, and like the sweetest character eating it, like that's you can't top that. So yeah,
and like I think that letter is going to come into play probably over the next couple episodes. That there's going to be more stuff in it if you let yourself like read it and then examine it. But like I think So
go ahead.
I was going to say a moment of gratitude for me was just seeing everybody's face when I described Crackle getting killed. That was really great because everybody was like, oh, no. Just horrified. Oh, great. It's like, okay, hey, I'm living up to my penance, everybody.
Good job.
Yeah,
you're
really
making
it
it
to the horror thing. It's great. Yeah, we still got like a witch and other stuff to deal with.
This was the
just
strangeness and the witch.
This was just the lake saying hello.
Just saying hi. Also, we made a big point that the lake takes things in pairs.
Who's the next person the lake's going to claim?
I don't know. Crackle was trying to go into it alone the first time.
That's so interesting. It's so interesting, too, because Brimley, like how we started the episode and then we finished the episode with like that little bit of symmetry, like Crackle jumping in the lake willingly to try and save Brimley, and then the lake finally taking Crackle at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I think that's interesting in the sense like the lake couldn't kill Crackle, but it could take Crackle.
Yeah.
Like the lake never, as far as we're aware, the lake never kills anybody. It just takes them.
Yeah.
And the lindworm had to do the heavy lifting of like.
But
the lake just holds them underwater for a really long time. It's not the lake's fault that they can't breathe the lake water.
But also they made there's a point in the book that the lake like acts in the best interest of the lindworm as well. Like that it is like it's in cahoots.
They're definitely buds.
Yeah,
they definitely got a group chat going.
Yeah. Them and the witch.
Yo, just got Crackle.
Bet. Bring body.
Just like a whole bunch of emojis. Like the little dancing lady. Got her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's grim.
No.
You know, I think that's a happy note to end on. It's just a little monster and elemental murderous force having a friendly little group chat.
Yeah.
Having a little chat.
Their little WhatsApp. Just chatting about it.
What's up? Yeah.
I mean, they both definitely have androids because that's clearly a sign of evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah. It's a little green bubble. It's a problem. All right, let's go around and tell everybody where we can be found on the internet. I'm gonna start with Damon.
That's me. I am Damon Vanhee. I am on Facebook, I guess, and Twitter also, which is weird. Both just under my name. Yeah, Twitter's weird and bad now. I mean, always was, but in particular now. Anyways, but then also you can find me with Formerly Feral Games, which is Formerly Feral on Twitter and Formerly Feral Games on all of the other ones that are waiting to see who wins this fight, except for Threads, because Threads sucks particularly bad.
It really does.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
And then also on Instagram for the Crowned RPG.
Anything coming up?
That's me. Oh, I mean, The Crowned is coming up. That's a game that Sarah and I made together. And you get to play a god of whatever you want, anything at all. And I just finished all of the writing for that. So it's currently with layouts, and we're going to have like a mock-up of the book ready for Gen Con. We'll be running games. Yeah, that's what's coming up. Gen
Come
Con.
find us. You can look at the mock-up. And then maybe buy one after.
Yeah, because you can still do
Decisive
that.
nod. Noir, where can we find you?
Yeah, hello. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Spill,
Hive.
Hi.
Mastodon, all of them.
Well, listen, you can't find me on Mastodon. I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
That's fair.
You can find me every Friday right here on Gen Con TV for Table Takes Plays, and I'm guessing on Sarah's table a couple of times. So you might find me there sometimes, every now and then. Then you can find me every Saturday morning over on Critical Misses for Morning Ritual, our interview talk show where we talk to everybody in the TTRPG space. And then we give them penances that sometimes end up with us playing very spooky games with the murderous lake.
It's weird that that's happened more than once, but it has. Like you need to
it's
maybe
the strangest thing.
Maybe you should switch up your penance that you're giving out.
No, everyone must play a spooky game with the murderous lake. That's
Okay.
everyone's penance now.
Okay.
And on Mondays you can find me over on Q Times for Beacon, which is another spooky game. It's Aliens.
Spooky all the time.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die in both of these, like in the Alien game and this one. So kudos.
All right, Anita. What about you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Anita, otherwise known as Panita or Critical Misses. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me on Mondays on my channel, Critical Misses, for Time and Time Again, which is a cipher system game that I co-GM with the lovely Chaotic Darby. And that's a great game. You should check that out. Also, Wednesdays and Fridays, I produce on the channel. So we've got Stone and Starlight Carnival, which is a Under Hollow Hills game. And we have a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game called For Queen and Country, which is like Three Musketeers inspired. That's kind of fun. And then on Sundays, you can find me over on Indoor Adventures for an Apocalypse Keys game that's GM'd by the Hype Goblin. And also, you can find me at Gen Con on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We are going to be doing Morning Ritual live.
Whoop, whoop.
And it's in ICC 101, 103. So if you aren't attending Gen Con, you can also catch it on Gen Con TV's Twitch channel.
Rad.
Whoop,
whoop.
Do you have your guest for that?
Yeah,
who
who's
are
your
you? Who are you
guest?
talking to?
We're talking to, we've actually got a panel. We've got our friend Omnis X, we've got Husha Kid, we've got Hype Goblin, and we've also got Black Girl Mage chatting with us about TV.
4 guests enter, 1 guest leaves.
Whoa.
Fight to
This is the
death.
best.
Whoa.
This is the best.
Yeah,
Great.
Gen
I
Con
love
just
it.
sanctioned murders. So
we're very
here
excited.
we go.
We're very excited.
That's
for
not
it.
true. They didn't.
We're
they
not
didn't do that.
affiliated. I'm not affiliated.
Don't kill
with him.
anybody.
Don't.
It's a full-on cage match.
It's hell in a cell.
No, I cannot be trusted.
It's true.
My God.
Great. Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore and everywhere else on the internet at Pixies and Pins, you can go to my website, which is pixiesandpins.com. Yeah, you can find me here every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific on Sarah's Table. Next week, it's more of this. Maybe another player character dies. I don't know. Who knows? The lake seems real hungry. Maybe nobody makes it out. La 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 la. Yeah, and then we got some other cool stuff coming up. We're gonna do another arc of The Crowned when it is ready. We're gonna do another arc of Vanishing Lands, which is the game that my partner Jeff made. If you at home are a game designer and you have a cool game and you would like me to do something cool with it here on this show, like, please reach out. I would love to spotlight you. That's a perfect segue into my thank yous. Thank you all for being on my show today. It got heavy and weird and emotional. Thanks for that. We don't usually get to do that here. So I'm going to have ice cream after this. Thank you to Jay Dragon for making this beautiful game. Sleepaway is dope. It is only $30. Go buy it at your friendly local game store or on the internet. Or both. Do all those things. Thank you to that cat for being a perfect little baby. And then running off because that is what cats do.
Yeah, he does that.
Perfect. Thank you to Marcus Mays, who is our tech over at Gen Con TV, keeps us running smooth. Thank you to my partner Jeff for being my personal tech support and my editor and making us all look like we know what we're doing. We love you. Thank you to Gen Con TV and Peter Atkinson for giving me this platform and trusting me to make really cool stories with my friends and then put them out on the internet for you all to watch. And thank you at home for going along on this journey with me. Is there anything anybody would like to add before we wrap up?
Just looking
Jay
forward
Gulliver's
to
gonna
the
make
next
it to
one.
the end. Make it all the way to the end.
Going to be the last
No
man
justice.
standing. Yeah, Gideon is going to fuse with the woods.
Then Ethan J. Gulliver's going on every what do they call it? Murder podcast?
Yeah, true crime podcast.
True crime podcast. It's gonna make bank off this.
The true crime and the paranormal podcast circuit is going to be lit.
It'd be terrible. Listen, if that happens, there's going to be a post-credit scene where where Ethan J. Gulliver gets what is coming to him.
Hundreds, thousands of dollars.
Yeah, just going to die alone early. BT dubs.
On a pile of money.
Pile of money. That money that could not save him or buy him his friends back. Anyway, what a great way to end this episode. So thanks for coming. Come back next week and see how we continue this wild story. Next week is today was The Surface. Next week is The Descent, which means that it's scarier and more dangerous than what happened today. So we will. Maybe you'll come back. As always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time. Mwah.